And welcome back to SnowRunner, my hardcore mode. So we have the ore sorting center mission to complete. Still need 6 metal rolls, 2 concrete slabs, 6 fuel, and 8 bricks. And right now I have 6 bricks loaded up here, and sitting behind me I have 2 trucks with 4 fuel in it. I have another fuel sitting over at another 2 fuels sitting at the garage. So all we're going to need, and I actually think I loaded up the concrete slabs too. Let me look over here and look. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I did. Okay, I've got 2 concrete slabs sitting over here on trucks, and I was having a problem. So, need to be careful about this, and I'll show you what the problem was. So I kept trying to manually load the concrete slabs, and you can see I have concrete blocks instead. Every time I tried to manually load or put concrete slabs on the loading area, for some reason it made them concrete blocks. So I did it 3 times. All 3 times, instead of getting concrete slabs over there, I got concrete blocks. So I actually did end up having to auto load this truck. And I auto-loaded it and then loaded it into that truck and then auto-loaded it into this one again. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But like I said, for some reason it is not allowing you to manually load concrete slabs here. And minor inconvenience, nothing bad. Whoop. But we do have something bad on up the road here. And if you watched the last episode, right before I got off the last episode, I had an issue. And I need to see what vehicles I have available to me. The Fleet Star. We have not driven the Fleet Star much. So, let me find the Fleet Star here. Am I missing it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I guess I was looking for something else. But we have to take the Fleet Star up and rescue the Western Star. Because I was trying to pull some concrete blocks out, or some steel. Excuse me. And I ended up rolling the Western Star over. So I got to go up there and recover it. And I wanted to take a big crane up anyway to see if I can get that those steel blocks out. Steel blocks. Trying to watch where I'm going because the Fleet Star is not a very good truck anymore. But get the metal planks out. Yeah, I believe the Fleet Star, for some reason, one of the updates, it made it just really tippy. And the Fleet Star has not been a very good truck over the last few months. Yeah, no winch points there. So let's just hook it up to the back. There we go. Yeah, Fleet Star, when I first started playing the game, the Fleet Star was not a bad truck. But was, at some point during all the updates and add-ons and all this good stuff, it became less of a good truck, and it just started tipping way too much. And that's even with just a regular load on it, without this heavy crane. And as I said, it's not a great truck, but it still does okay. But I have much better trucks, which is why I don't drive it. Still makes a pretty good platform for the crane though. Did I go the right way? Yeah, okay. For a second there I was trying to think, am I going the right way, or should I went the other way? The other way leads to the tunnel. To get to the other map. So I had my schedule yesterday to do some long dark, and I was unable to because I was walking out a metal steel door at work, and I opened it up and had other things on my mind and was reading some paperwork while I was doing it, and started walking through it and didn't get the door open up all the way, and my kneecap hit the corner of the door pretty much full force, and thought I broke my knee. Man, did it hurt. So I came home last night, and I have an injury from the military, so sometimes my knee just doesn't work, and I have pain medicines from the VA, so I took some of those, and it kind of makes me a little bit loopy, and iced it down real good. So I really didn't want to get on the long dark and fight wolves and bears and stuff like that while I was a little bit loopy. Yeah, I was going to use the crane. Well, yeah, we can use the crane. We'll see if the crane can do it. The attachment points are kind of low. So we'll see if we can pull it over. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, let's restore our crane. Shut the engine off, change trucks, and get the Western Star loaded back up. And do our anchor down here. Go back into crane mode. So what I did in the last episode, I found that you can latch onto these metal beams, and I tried to pull them out. Couldn't get them pulled out. So what I did was I just tried to back up with the crane attached and flip the truck over. Which was totally operator error. So we'll see if we can't get a bigger crane to do this. Alright, try this again. I got a little button happy. Unpack, repack, and restore crane, and this truck is ready to go. So let's see if we can't pull this metal out of here. Something a little more stable. Whoa. I don't know what happened, but it pushed the truck backwards. Now it's about to flip the truck over. So let's see if I can't get a hold of the other one. Well, it says that you can get these, and I can hook to them, but I don't think that's... Oh, wait a minute, maybe? Let's try to go down a little bit. So I don't know why it won't come out of here. So even though you can hook to them, I don't see how to get them out. Because it's just throwing that truck all over the place. Alright, that's fine. It was worth a shot. So they must be glitched in there somehow. Alright, so what we need to do now... I need to see the twin steer. What did it have on it? It's got 3. I need to pick up one more. And I believe I can get it over here at the railway station. So let me look at the railway station. And it says one more, but it doesn't say what that one more is. It's not going to tell me what's in there. So I think what I need to do is go down here, drop one of these off, and then come back and either get another one or use the crane, which is probably what I'll do, is use the Fleet Star and just crane the other one down. Yep, go this way. Because I got to bring the Fleet Star back down here anyway. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So once I complete this mission, which I am 1 metal roll short and 2 bricks short of what I have loaded up. I have the cabin sitting at the garage. Then I would just have the one mission left on this map. The mine mission. I can't. Oh, shoot. Alright, I didn't blow one. I can't take the Fleet Star through there because it'll flip. Back, activate anchors. It's on the ground. take the one in the back. Try to thread it through here. Drop you right there. Repack, restore. And gotta go get the other one. Which I'll bring the, I'll have the, well, I don't know if I can. No, I can't. I can't pick it up because the Fleet Star does not have cargo capacity. So because of that, I won't be able to get the cargo put in the loading zone. Unless I did that before I tried to get the steel out. In the last episode, I don't remember. I'll go right up here and check. And right there should be good enough. So let me look over here, and no, I didn't. I didn't put an extra one down. And I don't think it'll let me put one down using the Fleet Star. Oh, I don't have any. Okay. And I don't believe I can pick that one up. But let's try. I think I already checked that one. And you can't pick it up. No, I'd already had dots there if I could. Nope. Alright, so I've got to find a metal roll someplace. And I don't need to take you down right now. Twin steer, Western Star. I do have a warehouse up here. That would be warehouse number 3. I number the warehouses so I know which one is which. Not that one. They have no steel there. Two metal rolls right there. All right. Save me a little bit of driving. So I had 4 metal rolls over at the cabin construction area. There were 4 of them in there, but when I tried to manually load them, put them on the loading zone, I must have accidentally hit the button twice and it got rid of one of them. Ah, crap. Concrete. 2. Hit it really slowly. So I'm actually going to be 1 metal roll short of having an even number. It'll probably screw up another mission. But now I know I can make metal rolls. Alright, let's get you out of here. We got delivering to do. Already 25 minutes into it and I really haven't done anything. Up the hill we go, and down the hill we go. It's about the time my dad would ask me what I did with the money he gave me for singing lessons. So I did find out one thing last night. I was going to go ahead and do, well, I got onto my long dark, and I was going to see where I was at because it's been a little bit since I played, and I wasn't exactly sure. I had a pretty good idea of where I was at, but I wasn't exactly sure what area of the maps I was in, so I wanted to check it out, and got an unpleasant surprise. Evidently, the last time I was playing, my wife there'd been a big crash in the house, and I put it on pause, ran downstairs, see what it was, and she had knocked something over. So I was down there for a little bit, and I came back up and the game was off. So I thought, yeah, okay, it'd been on pause for too long. I never went in and checked it, but evidently I did not pause the game, and my character either froze to death or starved to death or something, but my character had died. So I'm going to have to start my Stalker series all over again, but I wasn't very far into it. Yeah, always double check when you hit the pause button to make sure it actually paused. So I will be playing some of that tomorrow night. But tonight it's SnowRunner. This game is so addictive. And it's one of those games anybody can play. And you can play it so many different ways. Making sure that the Western Star doesn't hit a big rock. Try to flip it over. And I believe I'm gonna need some gas. And I have just the place right up here. Not here. I'm trying to save that fuel because that's almost probably has about a fifth of its fuel left. But I do have another truck sitting up here with fuel, and I think they both have enough gas to get up here. Well, this one I know does. So if need be, they can share a little bit. Twin steer getting a little boggy here. There we go. This is about the only place where the twin steer has some issues. But once we get past the little island here, then it'll do fine. And if you have the suspension lift on it and the bigger tires, you don't have as many problems. But like I said before, it gets kind of tippy. So with the small suspension or the regular suspension and small tires, it's a lot more stable. Plus it's pulling another truck. The Western Star does not like that one. It does not like this boggy area at all. So it's not something I would bring over by itself. Now I am going to do some changes to the hardcore rules. Suggestions were made, and I'm going to do some of those, like I'm not going to jump maps from garage to garage. I'm not going to do that anymore. If I want to go to another map, I have to drive to that map. Be a couple more that I institute once I figure out exactly how to do them. And there's a couple more that were suggested that I like them, and since I haven't used them in the playthrough at all, I kind of want to stick with what I've got for now, and maybe institute them on the next maps. Ooh, tree. It's another reason why I like this truck. It can just go right through those trees. Alright, so we're about back on dry land. So last night, since I was feeling a little bit loopy and didn't want to chance it with the wolves and stuff in the long dark, I did check out Mesa Rim. Checked out his stream of Space Engineers on Twitch and really enjoyed it. Space Engineers is not really something that I've watched it before, but I've never really thought about playing. Stop. And I believe when I can, I'm refueling, I'm actually going to get that game and try it out. Wow, I'm almost out of gas in this one. Which means I will have to tow it back. Stop you. Pull you up and top off the other Western Star. Yeah, but I really like the shipbuilding that he was doing. And I would actually get the game just to build ships. And let's refuel. So, not much left in there. Well, we can take... Oh, this one's out of gas. No, it's got a full tank. International Transstar, okay. Yeah, it'll leave it enough gas to load it up on the trailer and get it back. Because it has no upgrades whatsoever, so it does not drive in the mud. But that's why I have the heavy lowboy, so I can haul those trucks around. I like doing that. I'm glad they added that to the game. They've needed to do that since probably the first update. Okay, so our delivery point's right up here. Took that turn way too wide. I was looking over at the computer. Alright, so it's 4 down. I have 2 to go. And my buddy, the Western Star. Still my favorite truck in the game. I guess because I used it so much in Michigan. And Michigan is still my favorite map, my favorite region. Nothing against the other regions, but it's probably always be my favorite. Oh. Yeah, not too much damage. I can handle a little bit of damage. But when it starts dealing out damage like it does in Russia, you run over a little twig and you blow a tire, that's when it starts aggravating me. Alright, so that's down. And we'll just park y'all over here. And let's go get some concrete slabs. So I have 2 of those. And actually I want to take the A and K by itself. Because I really haven't driven it. And you'll notice it has new shoes on it. It's got the new mud tires on it, so I want to try it out. And what I should have done was took the spare tire off of it. I just noticed that on there. So this does have the suspension on it. So I have the lower suspension, which I think is too low. So we just raised up the active suspension there, and we'll see how she does. Because it does not have, it doesn't have the lifted suspension. So it just sits a little bit low in the back with the active suspension, even when it's empty. So I'm not too sure I like it. But it does seem stable. Seems a lot more stable than with the lifted suspension. Could have something to do with the tires too. That's what I really wanted to test. Seems to stay in high. But I think what I'll have to do is take it like to Michigan or maybe to Russia and test it over there, because mud tires don't seem to do as well here as they do on the other maps. On these 2 maps, it seems like the chain tires are doing better. So now we'll test, see how stable you are. Yeah, not bad. truck's always had an issue with being too top heavy. But I think set up like this, it might be okay now. Which is one of the reasons why I never run the lifted suspension or the big tires on this truck, because it was just way too top heavy. And I tend to have a lead foot. So see what you do in the water. Bogged down like everything else. But it pulled out. So I think I'm liking this setup. Don't want to go too crazy over the bridge though. Serpentine action here. So I have to try it with chain tires on it, hauling another load to see how I like it, which one I like the best. But with these big mud tires, it does seem like it's a lot more stable than it normally is. Alright, so with the active suspension and the new mud tires, it's definitely a keeper. Still sucks on fuel though. This truck would do good with a roof rack on it, with just fuel. Alright, we had... what did I have up there? I think the Voron. Yep. Oh. And then I have to send the Voron back to get 2 more loads of bricks, which I should be able to get right up near the garage. But there might be one a little bit closer. May have to tear down a house to get it. If I don't tear the suspension up. Oh, get over here. Yeah, this is one of the trucks. If you look at the bed, you look where the middle red light is. The load is actually not centered between the two drive axles, so it makes the front end a little bit light. So if you try to go too fast, you don't have as good a steering. And the crane tends to do that to a lot of the trucks. Pushes the cargo back a little too far. I think they could have moved that crane up a little bit further, closer to the cab. But hey, minor little things. Nothing that will make me mad enough to quit playing the game. I was watching somebody's video about a week ago, and they were complaining about stuff in the game, how developers were taking too long to get content out, and how this is wrong and that's wrong and too many bugs and all this crap. And I'm thinking to myself, if you don't like it, don't play it. Find you something else to play. As for me, I have yet to see a bug I couldn't work around. I guess I'm getting mellow in my old age. And this is a mellow type of game. Yeah, you play at your own pace. Do what you want, how you want to do it. And you're playing by yourself, so you don't have people trolling you. I tried to play World of Tanks about a month or so ago, which I had, I played World of Tanks for about 7 years, and actually got really good at it. But then you started getting the trolls in there that all they wanted to do was push you off cliffs. They didn't care if you won or lost, they just wanted to cause trouble for other people. And I decided I would go in and, it's been about a year since I played it. And even the 6 months before that, I really didn't play it a lot, because it just made me mad. So a friend of mine convinced me to go ahead and download it again and give it another try. And I think I did 20 battles. No, it wasn't that many. I think I only did 12 battles. But anyway, in all 12 of them, the team I was on got totally demolished while the other team barely lost anything. And in 3 of the battles, I was killed by my own teammates, shoving me off a cliff, or doing stupid things, drowning me. So it went back to the delete file. Which is where some other games are that I used to like to play. Forza 7 was one. I love Forza 7. But the trolls started coming in there and just, you know, going backwards on the track and just crashing people for the fun of it. So I quit playing that also. It's sad what some people will do just for a jolly. And I don't even see how it could be fun for them. Alright, so we have, I think the Freightliner was over here. So the Freightliner and the Taiga and the Kodiak. So let's take the Taiga first since it's in the lead. So what I did was I had the Freightliner over here and I loaded up the Kodiak and loaded up this truck, and then the Freightliner loaded itself up. So I wanted to see if the Taiga, I went ahead and got the trailer and loaded it up with concrete, and I wanted to see how the Taiga would do with the chain tires, pulling a really heavy load. Because I may need that at some point. Because it appears on the other map that a lot of the materials I need I'm going to have to go collect, breaking down houses and the like, just to get the materials. Either that or truck them from this warehouse back here all the way over to the other map, which does not seem too appealing right now. And this truck seems to be doing pretty good with the snow tires. So this is a truck that runs better with snow tire or with chain tires than it does with the mud tires on it. Because the mud tires, I think it's too much power. And when you go through mud, you have to take it down into middle low gear. Too bad you can't put a crane on this. Oop, easy. It also seems a little more stable with the chain tires, because I guess the tires stick out a little further. Ouch. That was Bob's fault. And if you don't know, that's Bob. He drives a truck. There we go. Somebody asked me once why I call him Bob. Why not? First name that popped in my head. And no, that's not my name. I don't even know any Bobs. I see a lot of names in my job, and there are some people out there that have some really freaky names, but they can't beat the names that a guy was in the Army with. Him and his wife had a deal. He would name the boys, she would name the girls, and they had 3 boys. So the boys' names were Thor, Thaxter, and Rasputin. He said he wanted his kids to grow up tough, so they're going to have to fight about their name. Like, you know, there are other ways to do that. Instead of giving your kids weird names like that. Come on, don't lay down on me now. You are almost there. Let's see what high gear will do. I think they need to add rocket engines to them. That could be fun. A Tega with a rocket engine. Maybe somebody will do a mod like that. Back on the road. Now here's where I think it'll have some issues. This is just sticky mud. I think it's doing pretty good with that heavy load behind it, though. Halfway through my gas. I like how the fuel tanks will light up when you're halfway through your gas, because sometimes I don't pay attention to the gas. And I have run out a couple of times. But now it's gotten to where it's one of those things that when it pops up, even if I'm not paying attention, I automatically notice it. And I would still like to have a manual transmission. was talking to some friends the other day, and they were telling me that most car manufacturers are not putting manual transmissions in their cars. It's not even an option anymore. I guess because they don't sell like the automatics do. And that's kind of a shame. I like a manual transmission. Come on. Slow on the unloading there. Alright, so back to the Freightliner. Nope, we had the Kodiak. Kodiak was in line first. And what I'll do is just take both of them over. Yep, almost forgot. Change trucks. And put you in all-wheel drive. Which I went for a long time before I realized I needed to do that. I was hauling trucks around and wondering why the four-wheel drive wasn't working in them. It's because you gotta go in and turn it on before you tow it. Especially if you've just logged into the game and you haven't driven it yet. I'm still as impressed as hell with this Kodiak. I did not think it would do this good. I just wish you could put a crane on it. And not the big crane, the little loading cranes. You'd think you could, because it does have a little bit of the frame sticking out the back. So there looks like there'd be enough room. But I guess because it's a single rear drive axle.